noisy. Leo Guinea VIP boxing down at Anfield ABC, or Tommy Smith's gym. I'm going to chat to Dexter Makaza, who's been with Tommy Smith since the beginning, mate. Your old amateur days at the Solly, and now he's been in several different gyms, but you've been here for about the last 2 years now, was it?
Yeah,
Dexter?
about that, yeah.
But we've come to chat with you because it'll be 2 weeks on Saturday. You get a fantastic opportunity to step up and fight for the Central Area Super Middleweight title against Jake Barton. How's it going?
Yeah, going good as always. Just pushing it to the max and just ready to go.
Well, I called with you a couple of weeks ago and we did do an interview, but it didn't turn out, so we're here to catch up with you again. But I caught you doing 6 straight rounds with a kid who fought on a weekend, Brad Ray, and won the Commonwealth silver medal, silver belt, against a kid that you should have fought early on this year.
Yeah, in June. Yeah, that was quite unlucky for me on a lot of levels, that show, because originally I was meant to fight Adam Heppel and then something came up with him so he couldn't fight, and then I was meant to fight Jake, and then the week before something came up with me with that virus that I had to pull out with, so now we're here.
But do you know something? Disappointment's been rife in this gym because Nathan, things have not gone right for him with injuries and pull-outs. But you've had pull-outs all the time, all the way through your career. So hence, you're only 5-0. But you are always in the gym. Every time I come down here to catch up with Nathan or anyone down here, you're always training, you're always working away. I presume you've been ready for this for a long time, have you?
Yeah. It's just, you can't be a professional for like the 6 weeks that you're in training camp. It's got to be a lifestyle thing, so that's how I go about it. So be ready come fight night.
Well, I mean, like I said, not the best preparations, as in, I'm not talking about what you've been doing now, but just in your career. It's been inactivity, and like I say, sometimes on your fault because an injury or something like that, but lots of times just opponents pulling out on you. And it's been a nightmare for you. Because I think the last time out was 18 months ago, wasn't it? March last year?
Longer. March last year, so that's a while. It's like 20 months.
And I think, was that your first 6 rounder as well?
Yeah.
So you're now jumping up to 10 rounds. How do you feel about that? Is that something that you thrive on, or is there a little bit of fear in the back there, which also is good, because fear brings something good out of fighters, doesn't it?
Just gonna have to wait and see, isn't it? Like, is the ring rust going to be a factor? Is it not? Gonna have to wait and see. That's why you got to buy your tickets and got to tune in to watch.
Yeah, well, it's a great one. It's a local derby. I know Jake's from Southport, but it's almost Liverpool, isn't it? And he's always fought in Liverpool, so it's a good fight and a new venue for us. We're fighting at the Adelphi. You ever fought there as an amateur?
I've got a few times.
Yeah.
As an amateur, yeah, got a few times.
Well, I can't remember when we were speaking to you. You're a fairly good amateur yourself. I remember didn't you win the Harrogate Cup?
I never went to Harrogate. I was always getting to the semi-finals or the finals in the championship since the junior. So, yeah, could have done better, but it was good for what it was.
Yeah, well, like I say, I think this is a good fight. I think even though Jake has the advantage of his more experience than you, and also for the last 2-3 years he's been training for 10 rounders, so he's got that experience of doing the rounds. I know he's been beaten a couple of those fights for the area title. He got beat off Mickey Ellison, and then he got beaten off Liam Williams. But then he had a rematch with him.
Liam Willings,
yeah, sorry. And the rematch was a fantastic fight, absolutely fantastic. Very high tempo. Have you seen much of Jake? Have you watched him? Have you studied him since you know that you're going to be fighting? Because I know you've been a regular sparring partner of Jake's over the years, haven't you?
Yeah, for a good 6 years, yeah. Very familiar with Jake, so yeah, it's going to be what it's going to be when we fight. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it because especially after what the social media antics that he tried coming with after the last fight. Like I always say, if I didn't want to fight him, did Beefy not want to fight Josh Kelly when he pulled out with a similar sort of sickness? So kind of stupid that he was saying that, and
you can see, because there's a lot of frustration in it, and you must have had it yourself. You know there was a genuine reason for you, but when other people pull out, you're thinking, well, is this all right? It's horrible, isn't it? Because you're angry because you've trained hard and you're missing out on a big payday, the opportunity of a title, the opportunity of another win behind your name. So you can see why people do get frustrated and sometimes criticise the opponents, even when they don't know the full story.
He's going to have to come and see me for that though, isn't he? So, can't wait.
So is that working in your favour then?
Could be, could not be. We'll see, but he's going to have to come and see me for what he was saying, and I can't wait.
But I've got to welcome you back to, because you started your career with us, with VIP, and you're back now. You're back. You had about 3 years away from us, but you're back under the umbrella of VIP because you're now managed by James Russell, who's the man that makes VIP work. He's the thing that oils the engine. He makes everything turn over. When
the first time with VIP, worked quite a little bit with him, and he was a nice man, and we had a conversation. We had a conversation with him, and I was happy with the conversation, so I was happy to go ahead with it.
Yeah, well, hopefully he can keep you busy. But he won't have to keep you busy, because if you win this title, you've got something that people want then, and it makes those fights a little bit easier to make, won't it?
Yeah, but to be honest, the title, it's an afterthought. It's an afterthought for me. Like, all I'm focused on is getting in the ring and doing the business. So that it's secondary to doing the actual job.
Yeah.
I'll focus on that like after I've won, but it's just the objective is to win, and that's all I'm thinking about.
After you've won, no ifs or buts. After you've won,
no ifs or buts.
But listen, on paper you look at this, and you're a big underdog. Even though you're unbeaten, you're 5-0. I think Jake's 10-3, is it? I think it's 10-3. Those 3 fights, he's lost twice to the same man, and once to Mickey Ellison, and all for titles or eliminated for the titles. So at this level, he's slightly more experienced than you, prepared for the rounds, and obviously been more active than you. So it does make him a favourite, but I think we've just done the check weigh-in this morning, haven't we? Barry's been down here from Boxing Border Control, and the one thing you have in your favour going into this fight, you've been closer to the weight than he has. I think one of your fights you were 1 pound over the super middleweight, but the majority of your fights you're just 2 or 3 pound over, aren't you? So it's not going to be an issue for you, I presume.
No, just keep it professional, but I have a little bit of an issue with what you said about me being the big underdog. According to who? Underdog according to who? Well,
on paper. If you look at it on paper, he's done the rounds, he's trained for the rounds and been active for the last, 2-3 years, where, not down to you, but inactivity has been a nightmare for you, hasn't it? And one fight in 18 months, and like I say, just that being your first 6-rounder, yeah, if I'm a betting man, I'm going to look at that and I think Jake's the favourite here.
That's on paper. On paper doesn't decide what happens in the ring, so...
No, it's what makes it exciting. Again, it's a great opportunity, because you were going to fight last time for nothing, except for a win, W behind your name, bragging rights, that's all you were fighting for. Now it's been upgraded to a title, and it's a vacant title. And what I love about vacant titles, neither of you have nothing to lose, and both of you have everything to gain. And that's what makes it exciting, doesn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Well, listen,
I'll leave it at that.
We don't need to say anything. You're in the final hard week now of training, then it's rest and recover, and 2 weeks on Saturday, you step through the rope, and one of you is going to come out with a nice shiny belt round your waist. Is it going to be you?
Of course it's going to be me.
Dexter, good luck with the rest of camp, mate, and I'll see you on the 14th at the weigh-in. I presume we've got the weigh-in at the venue at the Adelphi, is it?
I'm not sure. I presume so, but I'm not sure.
All right, so good luck with the rest of camp, mate.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.